my humble opinion, pizza should be its own food group.
My favorite thing with pizza in general is just that it's not pretentious and really appeals to anybody from all walks of life.
Local owner and operator Adam Hoff has fond memories of the space where Pinky G's now calls home.
We're finally able to open up the doors late February of 24.
Good for you. Yeah, that must have been a big undertaking to come into a business that had been here for decades in Central Oregon.
Absolutely. Sargent's was just such an iconic space for so many of us. Actually, my first meal when I moved to Bend was here at Sargent's Cafe.
There are other Pinky G's pizzerias in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, Big Sky, Montana, and Victor, Idaho.
We're on the line ready to make some pizzas, and we start with the dough, which you were telling me is a cold fermented dough?
Correct.
All right, very nice. What's that do for us?
So the cold fermentation process really allows the glutens to form in our dough recipe, creates those nice airy pockets that we like to see in our dough.
The dough sits for a minimum of 3 days for the flavors to come together. Then after a little corn flour mix, it's ready to be thrown into the air.
Ooh, and here comes the flour. That's why you asked me if I wanted an apron.
That is, that black
And
shirt.
I foolishly declined.
And then once it's about size to there is
Ooh.
when we get up top.
Oh my goodness, that was fun.
This pizza is the Abe Froman, starting with a house marinara sauce.
Can I help you put on the next ingredient here?
Yeah, why don't you grab some of the fresh mozzarella?
Fresh mozzarella. Okay, because yeah, you had
Just a little more sausage.
You had a shredded mozzarella base, and then you add on fresh mozzarella.
That's correct.
Okay, on top of the Italian sausage. Yep.
So we'll just sprinkle that across.
You tell me how much and when. Huh?
Say that's
like
looking
that
pretty
distribution?
good. Yeah, you've done this
More or
before
less.
too.
I made a few pies in
Say
my life.
just
Pinky G's keeps customers guessing, which can be a fun surprise if you like to try new things.
every day we come up with a different slice of the day, or SOD. We take inspiration from each other, from our guests, and sometimes when we're just having a craving for something totally obscure.
What's happening today?
So today we did a marinara base with some cupping pepperoni, Italian sausage, fresh mozzarella, shaved garlic, and some arugula tossed in truffle oil.
Ooh, okay. Don't mind if I do. This is a large slice of pizza.
That's our slice for today, yeah.
Truffle oil on arugula. That's why I had to try it. I was like, never heard of that before. I'm honestly gonna take like bites of things just because of how much dough there is.
We're not going hungry today.
No, we're not going hungry. Maybe Helena wants this. Helena, you want this slice? All right. She's like, don't mind if I do. There you go. Very nice. Now she gets to eat behind the scene. Poor thing never gets to.
Pizzas go into the oven for about 8 to 10 minutes.
This is our Abe Froman, a little spin off of Ferris Bueller's Day Off, the Sausage King of Chicago. When it comes out of the oven, we slap it with some fresh basil, and possibly my favorite garnish is the balsamic glaze. Just gives it a nice complement to the spice and fennel flavors that you get from the sausage.
The funky chicken pizza features a basil walnut pesto base.
It's definitely one of the fun ones on the menu.
That is Mom. That is so good. That pesto is really tasty. And yeah, why the walnuts in pesto? Because usually it's pine nuts.
The different flavor that the walnuts add versus the pine nuts, and just kind of makes ours a little bit different.
It's not just pizzas and cheesy bread Pinky G's is throwing into the oven.
And we also do some different appetizer items, from chicken wings or chicken tenders to mozzarella sticks, French fries.
Okay, so you got something to please everybody.
Yeah,
Maybe
some
they're at
nice
the wrong
green
place.
salads as well if we're, needing something other than pizza.
Yes, it needs something to switch it up, perhaps. I want to talk about this stromboli. You described it as
The burrito of pizzas.
it's so oddly shaped.
So they're essentially kind of the same thing as a calzone. They're just rolled up.
You put the fork and knife in here. This is how I'm supposed to eat
It's
this?
more of a fork and knife meal than
Okay.
than a slice.
All right, cool. Tell me what is in here.
So we do a generous amount of pizza cheese inside, and then as it comes on the menu, it will come standard with red onions, green bell peppers, and mushrooms. And then once it comes out of the oven, we brush it with some of our garlic and oil, and then serve it up with a side of marinara.
That's good.
You'll be welcomed into an inviting lunch or dining room featuring a full bar, TVs, multiple seating options, and a good vibe at Pinky G's. You can find Pinky G's Pizzeria on Southeast 3rd Street in Bend. For another edition of Taste This, I'm Emily Kirk.